These robots might be moving into your home soon. They're fully autonomous, more or less, and promise to liberate you from whatever you don't want to do. For the past few weeks, I've been traveling all around the American West, checking out the growing robotics market and trying to find the robot of my dreams. In this video, we're going to a Humanoid Robotics Summit, then we're going down the street to the headquarters of an emerging robotics startup, and finally, the largest consumer electronics expo on Earth. Oh, get this thing away from me. All to answer this one singular question. Can I f with the robots, and will they f with me? It's pretty cool, it's pretty cool. So, what is your name?
My name is Codey. I'm a humanoid robot created to help people learn, connect, and have a little fun along the way.
The child's size is a little bit to be approachable. A little less scary. Yeah. Everything that we're doing is revolving around social robotics. So we're not building anything designed to replace a human worker or anything like that, but to enable others to do good in the world.
Wow. What's the best thing about this Humanoid Robot Summit?
I love seeing people and machines learning together and imagining a future where we all help each other grow. It's a dream come true for a curious robot like me.
I saw it from across the room and it freaked me the hell out.
Little baby homunculus thing. I really did not f with it as nice as the people who make him are. It's really good. Yeah, I really like the design of this one. It's like my favorite at the conference so far. The other one, I really f with how it looks. One issue though, it literally didn't work. It was just standing there as like a model kit. And I just walked away wanting more functionality, more autonomy, more hubris, more f***ing robot. I was doom scrolling on X the Everything app, and I saw everyone talking about this hot new company that just emerged from stealth. Many people were dubbing their product the world's cutest robot. So what did I do? I cold emailed them because I just had to see a robot that doesn't freak me out in action. Memo is designed to do a bunch of chores that you probably hate. He's also fully autonomous and he's trained. I feel bad like adding pronouns for the robot. It's also fully autonomous and it's trained using these gloves that mimic its hands. It's disarming. I like that.
I think it'll be kind of intimidating if the robots that are out there are like ones that you have to look up to.
Yeah.
So it was really important that the robot was like a teenager height.
Yeah. Were there any like popular culture conceptions of robots or famous robots that you thought of like while you were designing it?
I actually grew up in Japan, so I grew up playing Pokemon and like Nintendo's. There's a video game called Bomberman, and they have a face that's actually quite similar to Memo. I just wanted the robot to feel familiar. So,
yes.
It's like wearing a shirt, it's got sleeves, it's got a hat.
Nice.
Right now we have this kind of a default look for Memo, yes. But in the future we want to extend the appearance of the robot.
Oh, wow.
This one has a little blush on the cheeks. The idea is that, if Memo was making a mistake, its cheeks can start growing red. And this one's kind of quite cartoonish. We also think of a future where there's like the robot fashion is kind of
yes.
In a world where robots are everywhere. We really want to avoid this sense of monoculture where all the robots, they look the same, they have the same color. I really think kind of the personality and the taste of the owner should be reflected in the robots.
We envision a version of Memo that is generative in the way that your phone is a platform for developers to add capabilities or skills to, but we don't want to dictate what robots do. Eventually, people should decide what they think the hardware is capable of and then generate or campaign for skills that they want Memo to do. And then we can maybe create a platform that lets people kind of like crowdfund different skills they want Memo to learn.
Oh, wow. I love that.
It is not supposed to be a luxury product, and we hope we're able to convey that with the design and the pragmatism of the tasks that we first choose.
Hey Memo, our friend Dagsen is here.
Hi there. Welcome to Sunday. It's great to meet your Dagsen.
Memo, what skills do you have?
I can clean up the table, load the dishwasher, make espresso, fold socks, and more in the future.
Let's do espresso.
I don't have that skill yet, but I can make a cup of coffee if you'd like.
Yeah, these coffee makers are honestly kind of tricky to operate if you don't know what you're doing. It took me a couple tries.
All right, thank you, Memo.
You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else.
Wow. That's really good. Thank you so much, Memo.
Memo, I remember you said you can clean up the table. Can you try it out for us? So this is the most crazy part because it's extremely delicate objects. Yes, transparent. If you try a little bit too hard, you crush the whole glass. So what Memo will do here is to fold your sock into a ball.
Approximately how many hours of training data does it take?
a lot of tries.
Yeah.
It's like a couple hundred hours of data.
Wow.
And this is a task that we want to push the dexterity frontier because it's a task that no robot has ever done before.
So why has no robot been able to do it before?
The shape for a sock is actually very hard to approximate. So more classical methods has a lot of trouble trying to handle cases like this. And one of the problems with the current generation of teleoperation is that you don't feel things.
Yeah.
But this particular task requires a lot of these like touching. And it turns out it's really difficult to gather the right amount of training data for the sock task. So this device is called Skill Capture Glove. And this is the main way Memo learns from the world.
I'm going to start with picking up a wine glass.
Yeah, so you go a little bit faster than that. The main tip is be natural. We want the robot to do your tasks in a natural fashion. So therefore, when you're collecting your data, you should also be doing it in a very natural way.
Giving you some really low quality data, man.
Sunday is hiring a small army of memory developers. These human trainers wear Sunday's skill capture glove and a VR headset to train Memo in mimicking their actions while doing household chores.
Brother, being a robot is harder than I expected. Let's see what's in this drawer. You got a knife.
I don't know if I would teach a robot how to hold a knife in the beginning.
Yeah, okay, we aren't gonna fix that up.
Yeah, so task 3, we call it Foldmatic. The goal here is to teach the robot how to fold clothes.
Putting the sock inside the sock. I have no idea how Memo can do this because I don't know if I can. Yes.
Yeah, so Dagsen's overall star rating, I can confidently say is 1 out of 5 stars.
That was a lot harder than I expected. I do think that maybe if I like locked in for a week, maybe I could do it. So we're at the Las Vegas Convention Center at CES 2026. Find the final answer to this question, can I find a robot that I f with?
This LG AI refrigerator learns and uses patterns and adjusts the cooling to meet
Yo, IntBot, how old are you, dog?
I'm about a year and a bit, born December 2024. So let's call it around a year and a month. Still young, fresh, but already the best robot in this place, no contest.
What's your ultimate goal in life?
Going from this booth at CES all the way to internet startup. Yeah, I want to be the first robot influencer. Get famous, rack up followers, maybe launch a podcast, who knows?
Drippy IntBot, I kind of liked him, but I don't really f with him. I think it's unimpressive, it's whatever. Yo, what? Yo, what the? Yo. Bruh. Oh my God, no, get away from me. I saw a little robot dog that freaked me out. I think that I don't f with him. All I care about right now, do I f with Boston Dynamics Atlas, or is it mid?
Atlas really does stand up the way that we show in our videos online.
Users can easily create routes for mobile.
Do you think that humanoids are necessary for industrial settings?
People are kind of trying to understand, how do I essentially turn my entire factory into a robot? And you do that through an ecosystem of networked robots, and you're probably going to have a number of different ones, but we do think that there's a lot of like broad applicability of the humanoid form factor.
So far, I really f with it. It's gorgeous, and it's like my height. All the other robots are tiny, bro. Insane. Would you have an Atlas in your home personally?
We're very conscious of how we design these things. These are industrial form factors.
Yes.
So like, no, I would not put that Atlas.
Despite how much slop is at this conference, I think that Boston Dynamics robot has really stood above the crowd, and it could potentially be a step change for industry. Will this future support human flourishing, or are we all collectively manifesting a cyberpunk dystopia just because it looks cool? I think the future, whatever form it takes, is finally happening right now, and I think I f with it, but I also don't really have any choice, and I'm a glass half full type of guy. Yo, I kind of f with bro. He's kind of goated. He's kind of goated with the sauce with the kicks though.